Hi, here I am tucked away in our attic bedroom, proving to you that you do not need a lot of space to participate in a yoga practice. Today's practice is going to be done completely seated, so all you need is a quiet spot where you can take yourself away. Either sit on a chair, as I am, or if you wanted to sit on your mat, on a bolster, on a pile of cushions, finding that spot that works for you. Find that comfortable seat. Today's practice, the intention of the practice is to think about yoga to aid digestion. So a lot of people have digestive issues for numerous different reasons. So we're just going to explore today some little tools that may help to improve digestion. But as with all practices, just approaching it with that intention of exploration, of listening to your body, thinking about actually how does this serve me, does this feel good for me, does this feel like it's doing something that works for my body, and hopefully you'll find some tools that you can take away and apply to your everyday life, both on and off the mat. So just starting, I have got my back away from the back of the chair, I've got my feet planted on the floor, so I'm already feeling rooted, feeling grounded. Just taking a minute just to soften your gaze, close your eyes, have a little scan through your body, maybe working from the top down, thinking, how does your forehead feel? How does your jaw feel? Your neck, your shoulders. Taking time to have any wiggles, any movements, adjustments that you feel you need. How do your arms feel, your wrists and fingers? How does your belly feel, your lower back? Your sit bones, can you feel them connecting to the seat? How do your thighs feel, your knees, your ankles and your toes? Maybe tucking your chin slightly to bring some length to your neck. Aiming for chin to be parallel to the ground. Maybe leaning back slightly. See how that feels. Does it feel like your head is over your pelvis? And then just starting to notice your breath. So not changing anything, just noticing, how does your breath feel today? Are you breathing easily in and out through your nose? Or do you need to breathe through your mouth? Is your breath fast or slow, deep or shallow? Which parts of your body are moving as you breathe? We're going to start with our breath. One of the barriers to digestion can be when we're walking around all the time, breathing too quickly, only breathing into our chest. Short and shallow breaths can make us feel like we're in a state of kind of fight or flight all the time. And when we're in this state of chronic kind of fight or flight, it's really hard for our body to do any of those other processes that it needs to do, like digestion and like repairs, because it's just concentrating all the time on getting you ready for action, ready to kind of respond to those things in the environment that you need to respond to. So although we need this kind of fight or flight, when we get stuck in it all the time, then it can lead to things like digestive issues. So ideally we want to be able to move easily from this fight or flight, this sympathetic nervous system, to our parasympathetic, our rest and digest nervous system, flitting between the two as we respond to stimuli, we act, and then we can rest. So thinking about being that kind of cat-like behaviour, we jump to action, but then we can quickly flip ourselves back into that restful, sunbathing on the patio kind of feeling. So the good thing about this, and they feel really, really hard to flip between the two, but actually we do have the tools breath is our tool to be able to do this. Breath is the one thing that we have within our autonomic nervous system that we can actually control. And although breath can emulate how we're feeling, so if we're feeling shocked or scared, then our breath gets faster, or if we're feeling calm or loved or comfortable, we can have restful. We can also flip that, so we can change our breath to push us into that kind of fight or flight, that energetic action mode, or we can really slow it down so we can sit in our rest or digest, or we can bring it into a balanced breath. So if we're up here, we're finding it difficult to kind of calm, to rest, we can bring ourselves down, but if we're feeling low energy, we can bring ourselves back up. And that's where we're going to start today. So just returning your attention to your breath. And we're going to start to deepen and lengthen through our inhale, feeling expansion through your belly and then your ribs. And then exhaling for equal length, just letting everything settle and relax. Inhaling to build space. Exhaling to soften, noticing where you're feeling the expansion through your ribs as you continue to inhale and exhale. Can you feel it at the front? Can you feel it at the sides? Can you feel it at the back? Is there any adjustment you can make so you feel this expansion all the way around your body, that 360-degree expansion, building space, stretching out your muscles. And as you inhale, feeling the belly expand, feeling the ribs expand. See if you can feel that massage going on inside your body. As you inhale, your diaphragm, your respiratory diaphragm flattens out. Exhale, it draws up. So with every inhale, you're really massaging through those organs and drawing it back up. Maybe bringing in your ujjayi or your ocean breath here, if it sounds good, if it feels good. That little restriction in the back of your throat, making an audible inhale and exhale. Just helping to bring attention to your body, giving a little massage to your vagus nerve, helping you err on the side of relaxation. We're gonna do a count to try and help this settle into a breath that's between 4 and 6 breaths per minute, putting it in the category of a balancing breath. I'll do the count, you concentrate on your breathing. If it feels like too much, come back to your own count. We're going to inhale for a count of 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhaling for 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Feeling that expansion. 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5 more. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhaling, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. 2 more. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Final one. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhaling, 4, 3, 2, 1. Just resting your hands down, closing your eyes, noticing how you're feeling. That little massage through your belly, through that center of your being. Additional benefit of doing this kind of breath, of really exaggerating and using that diaphragm to its full capacity, is that the respiratory diaphragm and the pelvic diaphragm, they work together. So when you're really breathing into that rib, you're really expanding, using that diaphragm, then you're also working that pelvic floor, helping both be strong and flexible. Opening your eyes. If you're not there already, we're going to take some little cat-cows. So just thinking about rolling forward onto your pelvis, lifting up through the chest, lifting the gaze, and then exhaling, pushing your knees away, rounding through the spine. Inhale, pelvis rolls forward, lifting the chest, lifting the gaze, the head is staying in line with the spine. Exhale, rolling forward. We're going to bring some arms into this. So as we inhale, lift our chest, pelvis rolls forward. We're going to bring our hands up with palms up to the sky. Exhale, palms come down, rounding through the spine. Inhale, palms up, reaching the hands up, lifting the chest, just within your own range. Exhale, hands come down, rounding through the spine. Inhale, last one, hands come up. Exhale, palms down, rounding through the spine. Coming back up to sitting, we're going to reach the right hand across and down towards the ground, feeling that stretch along your ribs here. Checking out your thumb, making your thumb your drishti, your soft gazing point. We're going to inhale, this hand comes up, following your thumb with your gaze. Palm comes behind you, twisting out to the other side. Thumb comes down, sweeps forward, drawing up, around, working with your own breath. Inhaling, sweeping that hand across. Exhaling up. Bringing that hand down. Gaze comes back to center, and then thinking about taking it on the other side. Feeling this stretch first. Then drawing that hand up and round. Thumb comes behind, turning the thumb down, sweeping it forward. Following the thumb with the gaze on each cycle, working within your own range of motion. Coming back to center, hands on knees. We're going to take some tiny rolls through our pelvis. So thinking about rolling your pelvis forward, to the side and back. Trying to keep all this movement coming from your pelvis and not leading with your shoulders at this point. Just tiny circles through your pelvis. This pelvic mobility is something we can lose as we get older, so having a little practice with it. Taking it in the other direction if you haven't already. Really thinking about what's happening in your stomach here. Again, that little massage through your middle. and coming back to center. So we're going to do the same kind of thing, but this time we want the movement to come from our ribs. So thinking about that rounding through the spine, looking down at your knees, moving the shoulders across to the side and then back. Maybe this is more your shoulders moving, leading this movement. So think about leaning forward to the side and back, working in a clockwise direction initially. If you want to build in your hands, bringing it in your Charlie's Angel style hands with fingers, index fingers pointing up, or index and middle finger. Bringing your hands up above you and thinking about drawing some little circles in the clockwise direction with your hands, starting off as small as you want to, and really working through that middle, rolling forward and back. Maybe you pick up a little bit of speed if this feels good. Really thinking about that kind of grinding through the middle of your belly. Maybe you feel like you're building a little bit of heat here. Aiming for about 10 in the clockwise direction, and then changing directions, starting small if you need to, or if you want to. Keeping your hands down if you want to, so you're just letting the shoulders lead the movement. It's really getting warm in this room now. Thinking about those circles that you're drawing overhead. And bringing your hands back down. We're going to creep our feet out so that in our goddess legs, so our toes are pointing out 45-ish degrees. Our knees are tracking in the same kind of direction as our toes. Thinking about that feeling of rooting your feet into the ground, so all your weight isn't going through your bottom. You're really trying to keep your feet active, keeping that feeling of rooting down into the ground, like you're corkscrewing your feet in, sitting up tall, resting your shoulders. Chest is beaming forward. We're going to bring our right forearm onto our right knee, reaching up and over with our left hand like we're holding a big beach ball in between our palms. We're going to turn that ball up and over, taking it to the other side. Working with your own breath, side to side here, up and over. Keep that breath nice and regular. Keep breathing down into your belly. Your breath won't be as exaggerated now. You're just moving and breathing, slowing everything down. Remembering this is your practice. You can take it as slow or as fast as your breath allows. And then coming back up, we're going to heel toe those feet back in. Bring our arms behind us, thumbs up, palms out, lifting up through our chest as we draw our arms back behind. Really thinking about extending that heart up towards the ceiling, so you haven't got just an arch in your lower back. You're really thinking about squeezing those shoulder blades together and down, lifting up through the chest. Breathing into your front body here. Hands draw up, chest draws back to center, palms come together and come down in front, forward fold. Letting your arms dangle towards the floor. Breathing into your back body here. Maybe having a little shake out of the head, a wiggle of the jaw. Thinking about really breathing in and down. Building space on the inhale. Exhaling and lengthening over the exhale. I'm going to bring our hands to our knees, elbows at our sides, looking forward, halfway lift. Exhaling to fold, rounding up through the spine. Head is the last thing to come up. Inhaling. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to half lift, hands on knees, elbows at sides. Exhale, fold. Pushing through the knees, rounding up through the spine. Head is the last thing to come up. One more time. Hands come to knees, half lift, back is flat, gaze is forward and down. Exhale, fold. Rounding up through the spine. This time when we come up, we're going to draw our right knee up towards our chest with us. Really thinking about drawing that knee in, keeping our spine long. So if you're finding you have to round back through your spine, trying to keep that spine long, just releasing your knee a little bit so it's lengthened in front of you. Thinking about breathing down into that hip. Drawing it as high as you can without losing that length through your spine. And then we're going to take hold of that knee with our right hand and see if we can just take a few knee circles, keeping that length, sitting tall, working through the muscles in our belly, really feeling the work that's happening in our middle here. Next time we draw our knee up, we're going to see if we can cross our legs. If crossing legs is too much, you can cross your ankles. Sitting tall, taking our left hand on our right knee, twisting out towards that right side. Other hand can come behind, spine is long. Thinking about inhaling to build space. Exhaling to soften. Your hands are just there for support, they're not pushing you into this twist. Allowing the breath to do the work here. Coming back to center, unwinding your legs, inhaling, hands come up, exhaling, bend, forward fold. Arms are heavy, head is heavy. Bringing our hands to our knees, elbows at our side, half lift, back is flat. Exhale to fold, rounding up through our spine. This time drawing the left leg in towards you, thinking how high you can draw that leg out without leaning or arching through your spine, keeping the length through your spine. Maybe you want to take some circles through your ankles, wiggles of your toes here. Never being afraid to chuck in any extra little movements that you think might feel good for you. Thinking about breathing in and down, massaging out through that belly. Keeping our left hand on our left knee, seeing if we can take some circles to that hip. These can be as big or as small as you want them to be. Working with your own breath, maybe taking a couple in the other direction, just noticing how this feels. Does this feel very different? Does it feel the same? Always challenging your body to do things slightly differently to the ones you do habitually or automatically. Drawing that knee back in towards you, This time, maybe you cross your legs, maybe you cross at your ankles, sitting tall. No big arch through your spine, this isn't sitting tall, just letting your ribs come down so it's in line with your pelvis. And then twisting out towards that left side. Inhaling to build space, exhaling to soften. Maybe you can ease into the twist a little more on the exhales, but not using your arms to wrench yourself around. Taking this time, maybe having a little smile, a wiggle of the jaw, softening of the features, maybe a wiggle of the forehead. And coming back to center, unwinding everything, finding yourself in your comfortable seat once more, feet connected to the ground, letting your back now connect to the back of the chair. We're going to bring our hands palm down on our knees. And just close our eyes or soften our gaze, starting to notice our breath again. How is our breath feeling now? How does it feel when it enters and leaves our body? Which parts of our body are moving as we breathe? Really visualizing that massage through your middle that your breath is giving you. As your diaphragm comes down and up. And then just starting to deepen and lengthen your inhale. Exhaling, letting your body relax, slow down. Feeling that expansion of your belly, your ribs, maybe a little lift of your collarbones as you inhale. Really maximising that space in your body. Exhaling for equal length, just allowing everything to soften, to feel heavy on your seat. This time we're going to aim for a breath that will put you into that rest and digest state. So slowing the breath down to less than 4 breaths per minute. If this does not feel comfortable for you, stick with that 4 full breath that we did at the beginning. I'll do the count, see how you get on. We're going to inhale for a count of 4, and then we're going to exhale for a count of 8, and we're going to try and do this for a round of 10 breaths, 10 inhales, 10 exhales. So whenever you're ready, we're going to inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. Controlled exhale. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhaling. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhaling. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5 more. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhaling, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhaling, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhaling, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 2 more. Inhaling, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhaling, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Returning to your normal breath. Just noticing how you're feeling. Noticing how the top of your head feels, the jaw feels, your neck feels, your shoulders, your elbows and your wrists, the tips of your fingers. How do your ribs feel? Your belly, your lower back and your hips, your thighs, your knees, your ankles and your toes. Taking time to fidget if there's anything that needs a little bit of movement. Noticing if there's anything else you can feel in your body. Maybe you can feel some warmth. Maybe you can feel some tingling, a pulse, a heartbeat. Noticing that even when you're still, your body is so busy. It has so many jobs to do. It needs you to be still sometimes. Just flutter open your eyes whenever you're ready. Just taking time, gently waking up the body, taking any movements that feel right for you. I'm just thinking, how did it feel doing those longer breaths? Did it really feel alien to you? It can be really difficult and feel quite challenging to slow your breath down when you've been breathing quite fast and shallow for a while, and definitely on someone else's count it can feel difficult, so definitely one to practice when you're on your own. So please give it a go. I'd be really interested if you want to let me know how it works for you.